This video is for educational and entertainment use only. The views in this video do not necessarily represent the views or life of Marlon
These people
Dixon.
can literally come up to you, have a full-blown conversation with you, and it's just you and them in the conversation. They recording the whole conversation, and that's totally legal because it only takes one party to give consent. They gave consent because I'm gonna record this. I gave my own consent. So, like I said, y'all gotta understand it gets weirder. Like when I say weirder, it gets weirder. Welcome back to Duffle LO, the sit down, and we are still on the Iowa videos. So if it's your first video you bumping into, you gotta binge watch the rest of the Iowa videos if you want to learn what's really going on in Iowa. It's not just corn here, it's not just fields here. Everybody is not a farmer. It's a lot of stuff going on here. So in the last video, I showed you guys how in Iowa City, people were arrested for straw purchases of federal firearms and everything. They basically have federal charges because they was doing straw purchases with the firearms. Then I also showed you guys how the robberies have started to increase in Waterloo, Iowa, and these are armed robberies, and they're asking the community for help. This time we still in Waterloo, where I'm gonna show you they have Operation Washout. So like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below if you like what you hear, and make sure you guys stick around for the rest of the Iowa videos because we have a lot to talk about. Just came out 20 days ago. This literally just happened. Operation Washout Task Force arrests 40 violent criminals in Black Hawk County. That's the county which Waterloo is in. As you guys can see, they ain't just got blocks out. They got military. They got they ear guards. They raiding houses. They arresting people. They trying to crack down on the violence in Waterloo. Violence has been prevalent in Waterloo for a while, and like I said, although it's not like Chicago where I come from, where it's bodies dropping every day, it's still a fair amount of shooting, and body may drop every so many months or something. But this is fairly violent to Iowa, so let's get into it. A task force led by U.S. Marshal Service has arrested 40 individuals through an operation targeting violent crime in Black Hawk County. The task force, called Operation Washout, has been working the last 4 weeks, until the 4 weeks, to arrest fugitives, gang members, sex offenders, and violent criminals. Along with the 40 individuals arrested, the Marshal Service says that over 900 grams of narcotics were confiscated and 22 alleged gang members were apprehended. Now, when they say gang members, it wasn't original gangs in Iowa. Like, people came here from these other cities, and then they, oh yeah, this the new gang, or they, oh, this block now. Like, and then like I said, these people in Iowa watch Instagram and Facebook, and they watch these rappers and these shows and all that stuff. So they mimicking what they see. So now they this block and they this gang and they all this stuff. When they ass gonna go to jail, like this is literally, Iowa's a very strict state, and they literally is gonna send most of them will go to jail, but a few of them gonna escape jail because they gonna tell and they gonna become informant. This operation is focused on identifying the most pressing violent crime problems in the community and developing comprehensive solutions to address them. Chris Bartha, acting U.S. Marshal of the Northern District of Iowa, said. The Marshal Service also says that they've identified 5 violent crime fugitives that have likely fled the state, which will be part of the next phase of the operation. So now they Operation Washout. 5 people they already know. They skipped town. They went to a whole other state. But 9 times out of 10 they went to either St. Louis, Minnesota, or Chicago, because that's where a lot of these people are coming from, these big cities, and ending up here. They already know where they at. That's why they said they're gonna be a part of the next phase of the operation. Why? Because they're gonna go into them other cities, and they might be the ones that's actually working for them and start little operations there, and then they escape again. And everybody, like, this stuff is deep. Like I told you, this is a business. Like, I understand that it's a business, and although morally it's not right, legally how the laws are set up, it's okay for them to do this. So, like I said, you guys just gotta understand. As we move into the next phase of this operation, the Northern Iowa Fugitive Task Force will work to identify locations on these known fugitives and ensure they are brought to justice. Supervisor Deputy U.S. Marshal Phil Harton said. With fugitive task forces located in every major city throughout the United States, the U.S. Marshals have a network in place ready to act on information. They already know their names. They already know their ages. 9 times out of 10, they know they last known 5 addresses. They gonna know they last 5 associates and the people that's close in their network. If they got a phone that's in their name or they know that that's their phone number, they can easily track the phone, see who, like I took criminal investigation. Like I told you, I did criminal justice. So I know exactly the things that they're gonna do to find these people if these people ain't already working for them. That's always an option. So Operation Washout, Waterloo is one of over 50 local task forces focused on reducing violent crime. They got so many operations going on right now that they are literally finna put so many people in jail and people don't even know it. And I'm gonna show you that they just built a new jail not too far from one of these little small towns. They just broke the ground on it. But let's finish this first. Along with federal and state agencies, the task force consists of Waterloo Police, Cedar Falls Police, Black Hawk County Sheriff's Office, Cedar Rapids Police, Marion Police, and the Lynn County Sheriff. Lynn County is in Cedar Rapids. Cedar Rapids Police is in Cedar Rapids. Marion Police is right around the corner from Cedar Rapids. Black Hawk County is the sheriff's office for Waterloo. Cedar Falls is like the Marion of Cedar Rapids, and Waterloo is the Cedar Rapids. So they got 6 different agencies. The interesting thing is they send their informants throughout these different agencies. The informant might come from Waterloo and might end up moving to Cedar Rapids. They might move from Cedar Rapids and then go to Marion. They might move from Marion and then go to Cedar Falls, but they still doing what they doing. So it's like this stuff is real. Like this isn't nothing that's fake. Like I've been telling y'all like this stuff for years. Like once I first noticed it, and I'm like, wait, hold on, like what did they just say that? Like I literally had somebody tell me like, man, yeah, boy, I just got caught with crack and they let me go. What you telling me for? I don't care that they caught you with crack and they let you, bro. You know what? You have yourself a blessing. I'm gonna go this way. Literally, like you gotta get away from these people because just that conversation that you may have with them. And then another thing I'm gonna show you. Let me show it to y'all right now, matter of fact. Just so y'all can understand. Let me share my screen again and show it to y'all real quick. So shout out to KWWL. We going on Google, y'all. Let me pull this down a little bit so I can try to get to Google. There we go, right here, Google. No, I didn't want to do that. Google. So now watch this. People don't understand this, that in Iowa, it's legal. It's legal for one party recording. Watch this, one party recording in Iowa. Just watch this. In Iowa, you can record oral communications with the consent of just one party. So if I'm one of the parties, I'm giving my consent to record this conversation. It only takes one party. Do you see that? Meaning if you're interacting with the police and you record it, you should be okay. However, when you are a bystander, the situation depends on whether there is a reasonable expectation of privacy in the communication between the parties. Now watch this. Can you record someone without their consent in Iowa? Iowa's interception of communication statute makes it a felony to willfully intercept or record the contents of a confidential in-person conversation without the consent of at least one party to the conversation. If you in the conversation and you record the conversation, how you gonna need the consent of the person when you are the person? That's what I told y'all. When you understand how they laws is, you have to think. Like you literally have to think to understand their laws. So all these people that's in situations, man, look, it's serious. Like this stuff is serious. It's funny to me because I study the law and because I'm so equipped with the knowledge and understanding of all this stuff. That's why I can give it to y'all like this. So I understand what this stuff is already. These people can literally come up to you, have a full-blown conversation with you, and it's just you and them in the conversation. They recording the whole conversation, and that's totally legal because it only takes one party to give consent. They gave consent because I'm gonna record this. I gave my own consent. So like I said, y'all got to understand it gets weirder. Like when I say weirder, it gets weird. I'm going to show y'all the next video that they just broke ground on a brand new jail. So like I said, man, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below. Hopefully you guys learned some of the video. Hopefully you guys like these Iowa videos. Like I said, there's a lot that I can talk about. So I'm giving you guys an introduction to Iowa. I'm not going into just one specific. I'm just giving you an overall, like, hey, this is what's going on in Iowa. And there's a lot of it that's going on. So Don't underestimate family, friends, lovers, enemies. Look objectively, no matter what city, state, or country is in, everybody's the same. Cop some of the merchandise, look at the mercy papers, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're getting our subscribers up. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so we get these videos out to more people, especially with this Iowa situation. This is funny. So people got to learn this stuff. So like I said, if nobody told you they love you today, I'm gonna tell you guys right now that I love you because I totally love you guys. That's why I bring you guys this information so you guys can see from not just my perspective, so you can see things that you may have never even thought about or know what's going on that's going on in the world. This is all information that everybody needs to understand and know and be aware of. The more aware you are, the more alive you are, because to be aware is to be alive. You guys got to understand it. So I'm going to show y'all how they broke ground this new prison and watch some of these conversations you have with people in Iowa, because if they located in Iowa and you on the phone with them, they located in Iowa, and the rules of Iowa is they can record your phones. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, I'm just showing you the laws. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm showing you the laws just so you can know what's really going on. It's all up to you. Be careful out there. And that's all I got to say. Duff.
This video is for educational and entertainment use only. The views in this video do not necessarily represent the views or life of Marlon Dixon.